What's up everyone, and welcome to a brand new series I'm going to bring to the channel called Do You Believe? Now in this little series, every episode is going to be concentrated on like a myth or a legend or something that could be realistic or could be on the earth, such as like ghosts and aliens, or there's a few myths and legends like Bigfoot or whatever. I'll just investigate one of those creatures or beings or things in each episode, and I'll give a verdict at the end whether I think they could be real, if you know what I mean. You guys can give me your input as well if you think that it's possible that these things exist. Okay, the first thing I'm going to start off with is aliens. Now, aliens can also be called UFOs or extraterrestrials, and they're supposedly meant to be intelligent, live in space, you know, all the cliches and all that stuff. They're meant to be little green men with big heads, but we don't know what they are. Me personally, I think they're buried underneath the sea, but that's just me being a crazy person. I think they don't actually, we're looking up for aliens, but I think they actually live underground, to be honest. I don't know, it's just an idea. There have been incidents where aliens have supposedly crashed, and now I know Wikipedia is not the most like concrete source to get information from, but following wide initial interest in the crashed flying disc, the US military stated that it was merely a conventional weather balloon. Interest waned when they began elaborating conspiracy theories claiming one had crash landed, the occupants would be recovered and engaged in a cover-up. Okay, right, so supposedly this balloon, like a weather balloon, was meant to crash, but there was witnesses that it was a flying saucer, but supposedly everybody's saying that it was a big cover-up by the military who went, retrieved whatever was there, and got off, if you know what I mean, and maybe replaced it with something else. We're just going to look at a few videos now, some probable evidence that they could exist. I mean, some of these videos are going to be awfully like fake and made up and whatever, but I'm just going to see if I can find any like concrete ones that could actually like mean that they could possibly exist.
There's been a lot of buzz over the last few weeks about strange sounds being heard in the atmosphere. People around the world and here at home have reported hearing some bizarre noises.
That heard a loud boom coming from the skies last night.
Heard and felt a loud noise around 12:30 Central Time this afternoon.
The area's been plagued by loud booming sounds. Problem is, no one knows where the sound is coming from.
I'm going to try and describe it for everyone here, okay? If you took a whale's mating call, added a 5th grader learning to play French horn, and threw in some cheeseball ghost sound effects from a haunted house, that would be like the noise that a lot of people woke up to in St. Paul this morning.
Creepy sounds have also been documented by YouTube users worldwide.
Whoa. I mean, is that it? That's weird. I mean, it could be, let me just stop this here. I mean, it could be anything, you know what I mean? It could be like a boat in the distance or something like that, and they're just recording it. But the fact that there's news reports on it, and that something, I mean, it could be something else. It might not be aliens. It could be something completely different. But the fact that these people are recording this, and there's news on it, that people, there's like British news, American news, I think Canadian news might have been the first one. She sounds Canadian, I don't know, but they all are reporting from different places around the world, and the same sound is happening from around the world. So you're thinking, and people are actually videoing this sound as well because it's happening. You think, like, what is it? Is it aliens or is it just something else? There's no sighting though, it's weird, it's just sound. It's like they're invisible. It's weird, it sounds like wasps. can't really hear anything there. Yeah, now. That's weird. I've actually never heard of this. I've actually never heard of this story. What the fuck is that? Okay, but these are the ones that I hate because it's so bad quality, and they can be so easily faked. Like, why would a camera be pointing at that exact moment? I mean, it looks like a CCTV camera, obviously, so it's pointed that way all the time. But these are the ones that could be so easily faked, so you really don't know what to believe, to be honest. Is though, that's just it's so bad though. I mean, that's more of a ghost sighting, if you know what I mean. It's so weird. I mean, just because this is what I'm talking about. These things, this is why people don't believe, because there's so many fakes out there. People don't actually want to believe that some things are real. If every tape, I mean, the mind just immediately, if you see something that's unbelievable that the mind can't conceive, you think, no, it's not true, I don't believe that. And it's because of videos like this that people just put out to get views or to get publicity and say, I've seen one, look at me, I'm famous. And you just think, okay, I'm getting a bit paranoid. No shit, I'm not even joking. I thought I'd just, you know what, for a second I thought, what the fuck is that? And it was a plane. Okay, but I was going to say I've seen enough, but okay, we'll carry on.
Well, in the case of the Florida alien intruder, the investigation by the show Fact or Faked was actually more impressive than the original video clips. So the story goes that the Fact or Faked television series was contacted by a man named David Eckert, who claimed that his family had been visited by aliens for nearly 10 years. As proof of the visits, Eckert offered a time-lapse video in which something that kinda looked like an alien showed up for a measly 3 frames of video. He also provided another video where something that again slightly resembled an alien seemed to float over his bed.
I mean, I saw these videos before, and I didn't know there was an actual story behind them, so apparently this guy has contacted the Fact or Faked guys, that paranormal TV show that's on telly, like, I think it was ages ago, I don't know if it's still running right now. But, and he's basically saying that aliens have been visiting him and his wife for 10 years, as that guy's just said. And
the fake television crew traveled to Eckert's home in Florida.
Again, it could be faked by the company.
Since Eckert claimed that the aliens often visited his bedroom at night, the Fact or Faked TV team decided to basically play Peeping Tom and stare into David Eckert's bedroom all night. One of the team members hid in the closet and observed the room, while another team member actually climbed a tree outside the bedroom window, pointing a device that measured electrical activity at the window.
The thing is though, it's good that they're doing all this, but is this just for publicity? And if aliens were actually going down to visit him, what purpose was it for? If it was to take him, then he would have already been taken. And if these beings are that, intelligent, then they would know how to avoid these people. They would know that they are there that night and come back a different night, if you know what I mean. But it's just by chance that they might catch something.
Now, this is where things got weird. David Eckert began to say that he was hearing a piano playing, even though the investigators couldn't hear any sound at all. But suddenly, the Fact or Faked team's electronic instruments began to go wild. Strong readings of electrical activity were measured coming from the bedroom. A team member in the closet began to experience strange loud microphone interference, and then her camera suddenly cut out as well. Weirdest of all, the grass outside the bedroom window became covered in earthworms. All of the worms had inexplicably burrowed their way up to the surface during the strange surge of electrical interference.
What?
Was it a coincidence, or were the worms somehow reacting to a strange presence in the home? Either way, the Fact or Faked team didn't get to see a real live alien that night, but they definitely got a strange, very hard to explain experience of their own.
A UFO in China's skies forced Zhoushan Airport to stop operations on July 7th. Outbound flights were grounded after the unidentified flying object was detected by a flight crew. The incident has captured the attention of Chinese media. Theories about the UFO's identity are burning up on the internet as well. They include everything from a hidden U.S. bomber to an elaborate man-made hoax. For now, the UFO continues to be a mystery. A spokesman from China's Civil Aviation Administration confirmed to ABC News that the matter is under investigation.
Some Chinese residents are on edge this morning after another apparent UFO sighting. It's the second one in 2 weeks. The first sighting was on July 7th, and an airport had to be shut down.
All right, that's a UFO.
I remember this one.
Yeah, can you identify
undeniable.
it? The airport had to be shut down after people apparently saw twinkling lights above the airport terminal. 17 flights had to be diverted. The latest sighting happened just 2 days ago, and people say they saw 4 lantern-like objects forming a diamond shape in the air.
Yeah, I remember this. This was the one, obviously in China. I didn't know it was in China, but obviously it's in China, and it looked like a weird, it like pulsed like a jellyfish. It was weird. It's like it goes and widens, and then like the smoke comes in, and it's weird.
What caused a mysterious blue light to spiral in the sky over Norway on Wednesday?
As UFO sightings go, this one was as good or as weird as it gets.
A light appearing high in the Arctic sky, baffling those who saw it and exciting a lot of comment. Early yesterday morning, just before dawn, this appeared in the Norwegian sky. A blue light, small at first, growing into a spiral, and then disappearing into what appeared to be a black hole. In the northern community of Trondelag and on a Norwegian military base,
see, but this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm thinking. Right, these things happen, and people record them, but it might be something in the galaxy. Right, like it might be a really, really rare occurrence in the galaxy right far away that we can see, you know, like the Northern Lights. Obviously that's not rare, but like the Northern Lights and whatever, and like shooting stars and stuff like that. Astronomy can be mistaken for alien life as well, I think, because maybe some things up there, like that might have been some weird spiral thing, that might have been a reaction up there from 2 stars colliding, but or whatever, who knows, but sometimes I think it can be mistaken for astronomy.
Tonight, Norwegian authorities are investigating strange lights seen in the Arctic sky. The spiralling white light was seen for several minutes Wednesday morning. Locals say the light appeared to be bigger than the moon. Thousands of Norwegians bombarded the Meteorological Institute to ask what that light could have possibly been. Some feared it could have been a meteor. Others a black hole, and there are even those that thought it could be aliens.
A strange spiralling white light was spotted in the early morning sky over Sydney, with even sceptical witnesses wondering if it was a UFO. The unusual sight was recorded by hundreds of people from Victoria north to Queensland.
A spiral in the sky around a bright light.
Scientists left baffled by an unexplained circular light seen hovering high over Moscow on Wednesday evening. People described seeing a wide circular formation in the sky. Footage capturing the spectacle will help whether scientists and specialists find an explanation for the event.
What was in the skies over Jerusalem, and why did it stop over one of the most treasured sites in Christianity?
There's a new video this morning that some say may be proof we're not alone in the universe. A UFO in the form of a bright light is seen descending over the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. The video is said to be taken over the weekend. Then suddenly the light shoots up into the sky. You see it. Another video from a different angle appears to show the light doing the same thing.
Now it is sparking intense debate on the internet.
I don't know. I mean, that looks like it took a picture and then fucked off. But, I mean, it could all be faked, but do you know what? I think that, obviously, because it's on the news and stuff, I think they are real sightings. But they still could be faked by the people who handed them into the news.
What was that UFO? What was it doing over Jerusalem? And, you know, is he back?
Yeah, and that is the question, by the way, Megan, because, you know, critics, it's difficult for them to dismiss this because there are so many different angles. We've got 4 different videos, all from various perspectives, but they do not know of anything like this in the Israeli army.
Flash.
All right,
it looks like a picture. It looks like they've I mean, it's over one of the most sacred grounds, so maybe it's trying to study, you know, if aliens want to study our religion or our religious places or something.
There were dozens and dozens of people right here on 23rd and 8th. They were standing right here, and they were all in a stupor, just crowded together, looking into the sky.
Well, a lot of people are looking up. It's because of a mystery in the sky. Is it a balloon, a UFO? Whatever it is, it sure has a lot of people talking. Eyewitness News reporter Jeff MeGaCaMgAmZ is live in Chelsea, where crowds have gathered. Jeff, what's this all about?
Well, Sade, we don't know.
Huh. The one in Jerusalem was what's it called? That I think that was the most believable. Do you know, the one where like it looked like it took a picture and then fucked off? That was just loads of lightning. But okay, so 1977, syndicated talk show host Art Bell, I don't know who that is, might be American, received a frantic call from a man claiming to have worked in Area 51. Now, Area 51 is, I think it's just a military organisation, to be honest. I think it's just where America or whatever, whoever it is, I think it's in America, isn't it? It's in Nevada. I think it's just full of necessary army things in case of war or something like that. I don't think it's like this big secret or alien organisation, but it's supposed to be full of aliens apparently, and it's where they take all the aliens. But I don't know.
And you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, Art.
Yes.
Hi. I don't have a whole lot of time.
Well, look, let's begin by finding out whether you're using this line
Got weather wrong.
Area 51.
Yeah, that's right. Were you an employee or are you now?
A former employee.
Former employee.
I was let go on a medical discharge about a week ago, and I've kind of been running across the country. Man, I don't know where to start. They're gonna. They'll triangulate on this position really, really soon.
So you can't spend a lot of time on the phone. So give us something quick.
Okay. Okay. What we're thinking of as aliens are they're extra-dimensional beings that an earlier precursor of the space program made contact with. They are not what they claim to be.
Okay.
They have infiltrated a lot of aspects of the military establishment, particularly the Area 51. The disasters that are coming, the military, the government knows about them, and there's a lot of safe areas in this world that they could begin moving the population to now, Art.
But they're not doing anything.
They are not. They want the major population centers wiped out so that the few that are left will be more easily controllable.
Discharge.
I started getting...
Oh.
In some way, something knocked us off the air, and we're on a backup system now.
It's the government, or...
I don't know.
It has to be something, though.
Well, did you hear... Now, you tell me because you were listening.
That was awful strange.
There was a really weird guy on the air when it went off?
Yeah. Real weirded out.
Like, going... Sort of sounding paranoid, schizophrenic.
like crying and everything.
Yeah. And how far into the conversation was it when it went off?
Just a couple, about 15, 20 seconds, I'd say.
Oh, you guys missed.
I think it was longer than 20 seconds.
And I've got a feeling somebody didn't want you to hear it.
Yeah. Because it was really strange. All of a sudden, I'm hearing Mark Furman, and
That's right. Well, the network, of course, went immediately to a backup tape while we tried to figure out what blew up here. The transmitter was. So that's what you heard suddenly, for some unknown reason. I've never seen it do this in all the years that we've been on the air. I have never seen the transmitter in this way just simply fail, massively fail, like a massive heart attack or some kind.
Weird. I mean, that guy, I mean, if that is real, I mean, it's on the news and stuff like that, but I've got no idea what news, talk show or anything like that, because there was no, like, it wasn't a talk show that has camera, it was like a radio show, you know what I mean? So it was just, but if that's real, then that's fucking creepy, because apparently aliens have infiltrated Area 51 or something like that. I couldn't really understand what he was saying, to be honest. Everybody, I mean, you need to give me your input on whether you think these things actually exist. I mean, me personally, I believe that there's life out there, but we're constantly looking up at the skies, as I've said, and they might be in the skies, who knows, but me personally, I think that they could live below us. I don't know what, you know, like War of the Worlds, where they're buried underneath, and things come down from the sky into machines that are buried underneath. Well, what if they are living at the Earth's core, if you know what I mean? Like, what if they, I know it's probably impossible or whatever, but what if they live in the sea? There's lots of areas in the sea that man can't reach yet, and maybe aliens have got the technology to reach those areas, and that's why we've never seen them, because they're down there. And sometimes they surface the water and try to see what's in our atmosphere, or try to see our Earth, and then they just disappear into the sky maybe, or they disappear back to where they came from in the sea, but who knows. That's just me being a nut job. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and if you like it, and you want to see more, let me know. I'm going to be doing a few more of these. Tell me what you want me to, like, demythify next or whatever. I think I'll be doing ghosts and stuff like that, and I'll try and find different myths and legends to do. Let me know down in the comments if you believe that these things actually exist. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.